What if I told you just by putting aside $100 a month, you could retire 10 years earlier? It might sound unrealistic, but it is the truth. A completely ordinary person, no lottery win, no massive paycheck, can transform their entire financial future with just $100 a month. The surprising part? 95% of people have no idea. And because of that, they miss out on 10 of the most valuable free years of their lives. So the real question is, will you keep missing out like the majority? Or will you stay here to uncover a secret that could change your financial life forever? Picture this. Every morning, you grab a Starbucks coffee and a small pastry. That little treat might cost $4 or $5 a day. Not a big deal, right? But over a month, that is more than $100. And over a year, over $1,200 gone. Here's what is fascinating. That money is not just about caffeine. It could represent an entire decade of freedom you are unconsciously trading away. Sounds dramatic, does it not? Trading a cup of coffee for 10 years of your life? But that is exactly how personal finance works. That is the power of compound interest. The scary part is not how much you spend on coffee. It is the opportunities you lose. When those dollars disappear instead of working for you, we get caught up in big ideas. We think wealth means $1 million idea, a lottery ticket, or a huge paycheck. But here's the truth most people ignore. You do not need any of that. All you need is one small habit. Repeated consistently, started early enough. So pause for a moment and ask yourself, what are you really trading today? A Starbucks coffee every morning? Or 10 years of freedom in your future? A fancy night out? Or the chance to retire early, stay healthy, and enjoy your golden years on your own terms? This is not just a metaphor. It is a financial reality. And in the next few minutes, I will show you exactly how with just $100 a month, you can shorten your working life by a full decade and unlock the door to freedom much earlier than you ever imagined. When it comes to retirement, most of us only have a vague idea. We imagine numbers in the hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions. And because of that vagueness, many people end up in a painful reality, i.e., when retirement finally arrives, they are left with almost nothing. In truth, the data is shocking. The average American at retirement age has saved less than $65,000. Now picture this. $65,000 to cover 20 to 25 years of retirement. That works out to just $2,500 to $3,000 per year. Not enough to cover health insurance, not enough for housing, not enough for daily life. So why is there such a huge gap between expectation and reality? The answer lies in one simple truth. Most people underestimate the power of small, consistent investments. Let me give you an example. Suppose you invest just $100 a month. That is the price of 2 pizzas, or 3 or 4 cups of Starbucks coffee. It sounds small, almost meaningless. But if you keep doing it consistently for 30 years with an average annual return of about 8%, your money could grow into $150,000 to $200,000, all that from just $100 a month. To help you see this clearly, let us follow 2 characters, Anna and John. Anna is 25. She just started her first job. Every month, she sets aside $100 into an index fund. She is not a financial genius. She does not earn a huge salary. But she has consistency. By 55, her account has grown enough to let her retire a full decade earlier than her peers, while others are still working to pay off debt. Anna is free to travel, learn, and live comfortably. Now, look at John. He thinks $100 is too small to matter. So he waits. He does not start until age 35. Same $100 a month. Same investment. But by 55, John has only half of what Anna has. Why? Because he missed the first 10 years, the exact period when compound interest works its hardest. That is the proof. Starting early beats starting big. Time is the most powerful factor of all. So here's the real question for you. What will you choose? Giving up 2 pizzas a month, or giving up 10 years of your freedom later? Cutting back on a few coffees? Or sitting in an office at 65 exhausted when you could have been enjoying time with your grandkids? Because in the end, it is not about $100. It is about habit, discipline, long-term vision. People overlook small things, but small things build the foundation for big change. If today you think $100 is nothing, 10 years from now, you may realize that those $100 were worth more than a full decade of freedom. And by then, you cannot go back in time to start over. At this point, many people are still skeptical. They say things like, what can $100 a month really do? You need at least $1,000, maybe even $5,000 a month to make a real difference. And that right there is one of the most common and most dangerous misconceptions. Because of that belief, countless people miss out on the most valuable opportunity of their lives. Here's the shocking truth. $100 can be more powerful than 1,000 if you start early enough. It sounds hard to believe, but that is the magic of compound interest. Let's compare. One person starts investing $100 a month at age 25. They stay consistent. They stay committed. By 65, their account could grow to over $3,000. Meanwhile, another person waits until 40. To catch up, they put in $500 a month, 5 times as much. But by 65, their account is still smaller. Why? Because those first 15 years are the golden window, the years when compound interest works the hardest. And once those years are gone, you can never get them back. It's just like planting a tree. The person who plants early has a tall, wide tree that gives shade and fruit. The one who plants late, even if they water and fertilize twice as much, will never catch up. They missed the crucial years of natural growth. Money works the same way. And here's the part few people think about. When you delay, you don't just lose money. You lose years of freedom. Imagine being 65 or 70. Your energy is fading. But you still have to wake up early, sit in traffic, deal with job stress, just to pay the bills. Meanwhile, your peers who started earlier, they're traveling. They're playing with their grandkids. They're sipping tea in the morning with no rush, no alarm clock. The real cost is not just financial. It's your health. It's your youth. It's your freedom. Money you can earn back. But 10 years of strength, time, and well-being, you can never buy those back. Sadly, many people fall into this trap. They wait. They say, I'll start saving when I earn more. They spend on short-term pleasures. They tell themselves it's too early to worry. Then 10, 20 years later, they look back and realize they missed the train. And what hurts the most is not just the money lost, it's the regret. So ask yourself honestly, what do you want your life to look like at 60? Do you want to be exhausted? Still working just to cover the basics? Or do you want to be free, enjoying peaceful, meaningful years? Do you want your last decade spent in an office or at home telling stories to your grandkids, laughing around the dinner table? The truth may be hard to hear, but it is crystal clear if you don't start today, you are silently signing up for 10 more years of work, and that is a price no amount of money can ever repay. By now, you are probably asking yourself, so what should I do right now? Where do I even start? Here's the good news. To make a massive difference in your future, you do not need anything complicated. It all comes down to just a few very simple principles, and anyone can do them. Step 1. Automate your savings. Think of that $100 as a non-negotiable bill, one you pay to your future self. Each month, the moment your paycheck arrives, automatically transfer $100 into an investment account. When that money is no longer sitting in your spending account, you will not be tempted to use it on small, forgettable things. This is actually the biggest secret to staying consistent without having to rely on willpower every single month. Step 2. Invest simply and for the long term. Many people think investing means picking winning stocks or reading financial news every day, but you do not need any of that. For most people, choosing index funds like the S&P 500 or a diversified ETF is more than enough to earn an average return of 7 to 9% per year. You do not need to become a financial genius. What you need is patience and discipline, year after year. Step 3. Increase your contributions when you can. $100 a month is just the starting point. It is like the first brick in building a strong, solid house. As your income grows, bump it up to $150, then $200, maybe even $500 a month. Each small increase not only shortens the number of years you need to work, it also boosts your financial safety net. But remember, whether it is 100 or 500, the most important thing is to start early and stay consistent. To show you how powerful these small steps really are, let's do the math. If you invest $100 per month for 30 years, you could end up with around $200,000. If you double it to $200 a month, that could grow to almost $500,000. And if you stick with $500 monthly over several decades, you could build $1 million retirement fund without winning the lottery or having a massive salary. It may sound like a big dream, but it all starts with one simple decision. Will you give your future self $100 this month or not? And the best part? This solution does not exclude anyone. Whether you are a fresh graduate, an office worker, or a parent supporting a family, you can still begin. Where you are right now does not matter. What matters is that you choose to take the first step today. Remember this. Financial freedom does not come from big leaps. It comes from small, steady steps. If you stay consistent, that $100 today could buy you an extra 10 years of freedom down the road. So now you see, early retirement is not a luxury reserved for the super wealthy, and it is not some far-off dream. It can begin with just one small decision, setting aside $100 each month for your own future. Just imagine your life at 55 or 60 years old. Instead of rushing out the door every morning for work, you could start your day walking the dog, traveling with loved ones, or simply enjoying a quiet cup of coffee without a single worry about bills. That feeling of freedom is not bought with luck. It is earned with consistent, disciplined choices made over the years. The most important thing to remember today is this. Freedom does not come from a huge number. It comes from a small habit, multiplied over time. Every month you delay taking action is a month where you are quietly giving away a piece of your future freedom. You do not need to start with $1,000 or $5,000. All you need is $100, a lot less than what most people spend on eating out, buying new clothes, or grabbing coffee a few times a month. And that small amount could be your golden ticket to a decade of early freedom. So, start today. Do not wait until you are more stable, because the truth is, there is no perfect time. The perfect time is the moment you decide to take action. If you found this video helpful, hit subscribe so you never miss out on more financial insights to help you take control of your life. Tap like to help share this message with others and leave a comment below. Will you start with $100 or more? I would truly love to hear your answer. Your financial future begins with the decision you make today. Let that $100 be the key that unlocks 10 years of freedom, just for you.